Okay, so that's the audio mixed. And I'm going to call in a person. Hello, you're on.
Hello, I am a person.
Yes, you are. This is so insightful.
I know, it's pretty insightful.
I know.
Hello, I'm the editor.
Uh, this is my editor.
I have different roles for different Let's Play streams.
Yeah.
I am officially classified by John as his series producer.
This is my editor, and if I don't get this video in on time, then he's going to flip my work upside down.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Alakazam.
God damn it! How did you do that?
With the benefit of video editing, this blackness is now upside down.
No.
Oh, editing is such fun.
Oh dear God. Okay, so
it's here already.
So let's just explain what the hell is going on in this video.
Okay.
In the last video that we recorded of this, we had some kind of pretty bad desync between Kevin and the character he was playing. One, because there's a massive delay on the stream where he's watching it, and two, because that character is the only one that you can start a line on him and then he'll spend about a minute doing an animation and then he'll start talking. And this was not notated in the script that I sent Kevin.
Basically, it looked like I was doing a bit crap.
Kevin desynced and Kevin got sad and Kevin thinks he's ruined everything.
Yes.
He has not ruined everything. You made things wonderful because you're just like, ah!
Anyway, I'm playing Gant.
This is Darren Gantz, everybody.
Because for the purpose of this, because Double Cross has great difficulty in doing evil booming voice, which is something I can do with a bit too much of ease.
Yeah, and really, it's kind of. I'm a girl, and I cannot play very deep voiced men.
Conversely, I'm a guy, and I can't play very deep voiced women.
You probably can. So anyway, we shall continue. Ow, the game. That was quite loud. So anyway, rise from the ashes. The Wonders of February. That's the only commentary I really have on this. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it! Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this one. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Would you mind coming with me? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us! And then we got dragged by a small child.
They are rose-tinted glasses, I notice.
You'll see why they're fancy. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there, so who cares? Of course, it was our victim who was killed at the department. And my sister would never do such a thing, I know it. It's a flashback, I don't need to say it. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Ema really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there were bloodstains or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Oh shit. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminol testing fluid! Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? Kevin, why does he have to do it?
That's a very good question, actually. Also, a very good question is that he actually raises to why haven't the police done this?
Now, the implication is that the police have done it, but they've covered it up.
Oh,
They haven't presented it.
Yeah. I don't know. Perhaps can Phoenix object to doing this?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
Yeah, but
come over to England. You're 16.
You can squeeze the trigger on a bloody squidgy bottle there. I mean, come on.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Yeah, well, too right, Phoenix.
Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a luminol reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Blood reaction. I can mess up my lines, it happens. Like this, see? Touch the screen to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Look, I'm using the DS screen, Kevin.
Ooh.
Of course you're supposed to do it there. That's kind of obvious. And that was a pretty sweet zoom in. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? It's so... Ugh! Ema, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. She's a 16-year-old girl. Kevin, I'm worried.
Hey, I'm not taking that anyway.
Scientific investigation.
All I'm going to say is it's very useful that she had a spare pair of those, thus preventing Capcom from having to animate her without the glasses as well.
Science.
How helpful.
Science. You noticed she's like carrying billions of test tubes as well.
That's true. She does have a bag full of just. She's got essentially.
She has the science
an
bag.
entire science department at a school and stuck it in her rucksack, isn't she?
And a scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically speaking? Probably how much there is.
I'd have said both, to be honest.
The guy was apparently stabbed, wasn't he?
He was stabbed. I mean, if you want to get funny about it, I mean, there was... It's this... A was stabbed. There was enough to pull on the floor that there was a footprint.
This is the way that they found the body after it was compacted into a trunk.
Okay, so how did the... Okay, so where's the blood from before that?
He would have been standing like there.
Yeah, okay.
So the blood coming out of this is roughly reasonable. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so! I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It's strange. Yes, it is, Phoenix. Good job. If they fought here, there'd have to be more bloodstains than this. Hey, Mr. Wright! See how I'm marking up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain? Good job. She's adorable. See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, that's very useful information to have. I saved up my allowance to buy this.
On the head with your mouse.
I did. I saved up my allowance to buy this. Yeah, and now it's a present from little girl. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. And we'll drag out that hidden evidence into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? You were already, darlings. I'm worried, Kevin. I'm worried again.
There's nothing I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Double Cross, there is nothing I can do.
Oh.
I offer you my sympathies in light of this, of the inability of this child to realise that, hey, you know how there was a trial just now? There's a trial going on! Yeah. And she's going to be, forensics and needs observation skills.
This luminol stuff is going to come in handy. There's been a hat. I don't know who it is. What was her accent again? I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr! You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old daily box is on the house. Sorry, it's just... that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Well. Okay. I like a hat. She's a very nice hat. Actually, just... okay, so she's got rice balls on her hat. Look what she's got around her neck as well. Kevin.
Yeah, I noticed the rice balls. I can't actually see what that is.
Let me just zoom in slightly on this woman's chest.
Yes, I will zoom in on the lady's chest.
Now look, Kevin.
Oh, she's got a squid or something, isn't she?
It's an octopus, sweetie. It's a little weenie that they cut in the shape of an octopus. Are you suggesting there is an octopus? No, it's a regular sausage fig.
Yeah, I see.
It's an octopus wiener. I will never get tired of saying that phrase actually.
Between her breasts. Okay. Whatever symbolism you want to pull there, Capcom.
It looks good. It looks good enough.
Continuing on.
You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but... oh no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry! You lied on the witness stand! That's unforgivable! Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I say. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? I'm pretty sure they can throw out most of your testimony if you saw completely different things, but... So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And for long they called me the Cough-Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. Tact. Ema is queen of tact. And, you were let go? Fired? Flashback, flashback, flashback. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. Wait, she doesn't mean... Well, hot darn it! We gotta present a thing! Do we send this thing? Do we send the other thing? What do we send? Oh my god. Flail! Flail! Ah! God!
Try presenting the note.
What do you think about this? SL9 incident. On that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Yay! So... What do we do? What do we do?
I don't know. I'm curious as to how she knew that it was being transferred. Did that come up in the previous...
How many boyfriends in how many places does she have?
Yes,
is the question.
Right.
So, okay, this goes through this track again. It was like she was going to talk to us about it, but I went into the talk menu and she didn't say anything. See what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm very confused as to what's going on there then.
We're not missing anything, are we?
I don't think we are.
It's got the victim show, the crime photo, parking lot floor plan, plans, and the note.
What you doing?
Autopsy.
I'm gonna look at the parking ticket while I figure out what you're doing. Actually, hang on while I rotate the ticket a bit. The ticket has a dark backing. That's not a thing that tickets normally do. Checking evidence. It works. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up a couple of extra red lights. he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Wait, what? Let's just hand her things. You know, I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the Coffin Queen, right? We found this ID card here in the parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that, it's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. We must internet. We must internet viciously. We are half an hour in and we must internet. It is,
Mobile.
It's bloody typical.
The game is acting like it wants us to do something else with her. So. Plus, she seems to just be standing there until we do.
Yeah.
Which is not creepy at all.
This walkthrough suggests present all of the things to her.
Hey, might as well.
Including this.
Present her with the shoe.
No. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? And climbed the chain link fence enough to stop the murder? That's when I took the photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't gonna have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Have we got it? Hell yes! Kevin, we have it now. It was indeed show her all the things and just basically trigger her into this. See, that's when I learned the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Ah, sweet, look at everybody. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence, not even a little. What? But the criminal was executed, right? Evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one of a person you know well. Wait, could it be you? Exactly. Officer Jake Marshall. He's on security detail in the police department, isn't he? Dun dun dun. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9. There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell! There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when the detectives on the case have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection! So, Rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating the case. Yes. Then you should take this. It's dangerous to go hungry. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Hell yeah, we've got a steak! Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on the investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you! Officer Jake Marshall. There's some kind of shipping going on. So anyway, we now have a steak. Look at this thing, we can zoom in on the steak. They gave me a 3D steak. That's one good looking cartoon steak.
Lunchbox, mind you.
Yep. Wow, my mouth is watering. I can almost hear the sound of steak frying on the grill. No doubt it's all cold and tough by now. Oh, I'm sure it's delicious. Miss Starr poured her heart into making this. So long as she didn't put any other organs in there. I love this game style though, don't you? Let's see. Ingredients. Meat. Oh, she must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah, let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additives she used. Go to town. Huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labor. So that's why the sauce is so salty.
Ew.
And so it's got, hang on. Look, it's got all the accoutrements. It's got a butter in the middle. So anyway, we have a steak lunch. And with this, we go to the police office.
And just offer it to various people.
It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. Gotta detect fast. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed in their own department. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk... Oh, here it is! She's like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. We just came for one, but okay.
You could offer it the lunch.
Let's examine the poor creature. Hello, Taiha-kun. The blue badger is still writhing around today. I don't know, it seems very still in the background though. Yay! Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Well, he's already just dancing on the street, so... Okay, Kevin, have you ever been in the cowboy's office? This is a cowboy's office.
Have I ever been into a cowboy's office? Well...
Astonishingly, it looks a little bit like... It looks a little bit like Border Patrol.
Has he got a lasso on the ground as a snare trap?
Yes. What's
Just
with the
in
decor
case.
in this place? It's very... eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti! They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who this guard is already. Well, it's a free-for-all. Look, on the floor, a lasso! Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know! Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed! You sure have an active imagination. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A punchy? A pinchy? Oh, I know! A poochie! No, wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. And so we learn that Phoenix Wright is actually a jerk. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. There's a hat and the cactus. There's a little closed door.
The hat appears to be made out of a Dalmatian. Somewhat worryingly.
However we poke on it, we only talk about the cactus. Yipes, that sure is prickly. Must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. This cactus is a lot like my sister, actually. Miss Sky? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with thorns pointing in every direction. Just like her. You know, I've been looking at this cactus for a while now and I don't see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. No, you're right, your sister's a cactus.
It was her nickname at the office. She was the office hat stand.
This place is charged with frantic energy as always. There was a please. I've no idea who it is again. Huh? Wasn't that? Please! One steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a very busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Oh.
There's no time for despair! We've caught our criminal, now we just need the evidence.
The criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, pal?
Yes. This is me learning about it?
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly.
Wait! Don't leave!
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later!
He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Well, we were interrupted by Gumshoe, and he wants the steaks. We cannot hand him the steaks. And also, somebody has been arrested, and he cries a bit, so I think I know who that is. Anyway, I'm gonna run into criminal affairs because I haven't been here for a while. Look, there's the original badger! Oh my god! It's so cute. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective in this department after all. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, I want to check out the crime scene here. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. So I was told to go somewhere, but... Well, there. Okay, so I have to go through here to get to there. Okay. Okay, what's this guy over here doing? We shall learn his secrets. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Oh, I know, the killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Good. Let's applaud him for writing a novel on station time.
Why is he his name classified as police? Is he the entirety of the police?
Maybe that's why they're all in a tizzy. They're all trying to figure out this novel that they're writing together.
Yeah. They're having some sort of literary jam session and making this novel, as opposed to like
Natharimo.
Yeah.